This is a garbage truck, an electric truck made by this company MACK. It's paid by the government of British Columbia. And now I'm going to show you how I installed the radio. I installed the radio antenna in the wrong spot, so I had to come back and redo it. I'll show you a couple of tricks. So in order to tilt the cabin, you need to access this hydraulic switch here, and you take the lever, which is hidden somewhere inside. So this lever, you turn the switch, the hydraulic switch here, insert the lever here like a jack, regular car jack, and pump until you see this one tilting, the cabin tilting. Then use this safety lever to lock this thing in place. So once it's locked, you can then install the antenna. I'm going to show you how. At first I installed the antenna right here, which was not bad, but the thing is, I was not aware that this cab tilts. So I ran the cable through here, and I was not able to reach properly, and I got my antenna cable in here into this grommet. But I was called back. One of my fewest mistakes in many years of doing this type of stuff. They said, oh, your cable is too short, so they suggested to extend the cable through here, but I don't want to leave like a large loops. It's not all the mechanics know how to move the coaxial cables or what the coaxial cables are for. So I came back and I installed the antenna on that lip, on the gutter, and then I run it along the air conditioner hose. You can use something else, maybe they installed lights, as long as it's secure and it's not moving. And I got back here and I used this grommet, which is nice. You don't have to drill any other holes. It's really easy. Yes, so you see the VHF antenna, nice tight coaxial cable, and it's perfect length, so it's like a wow. The coaxial cable kit matched perfectly the length I needed for this installation. Now I have to set this one back, so I need to take this safety thing, and for that probably I need to lift this cab again so I can undo the safety lever. Once I locked this lever back into its safe place, like a storage place, then I don't need this lever here. This is used just to jack it up, just the cabin up. And now I need to make sure it's clear, nobody is around and no cables are hanging, no ladders, no tools, nothing. And then I have to use this switch. So this switch will help me to lower this one slowly. It's hydraulic, it's just releasing some oil pressure, and it's going to settle by itself. And of course I have to confirm with the mechanic that everything is set. Okay, and then I have to turn this one back to mid position and store this lever into its storage place. So once it's all set and locked, and I have to check with the mechanic to double check everything here after my installation. So the radio is installed here on this back side. It's a kind of a storage document spot, and in order to get in here I had to, so at first I installed 4 screws that come with the ICOM radio, nuts and bolts. I'm not using self-tapping because people might put their hands here and they may scratch their fingers, so nuts and bolts in this case. And so I had to remove these screws and lift this cover, and I run my harness from the radio CB power, which is here. I made a harness, and the coaxial cable comes from that grommet I showed you, and right under the cab. So the coaxial goes inside, following another harness, nice with split loom. It's not really necessary for the coaxial cable, but it's necessary for the power cable. And I had to make a tiny slice, like a surgeon type of small cross cut, where I got my cables out. So I run my cables from under this tray panel thingy behind. I got my cable out behind the radio, so you won't see the harness except the antenna. I mean, I could hide the antenna better, but for now I think I'll leave it that way. I could run the antenna cable behind some loop. You can do stuff, but the thing is, I installed a coaxial cable with a FME connector adapter. So if you want to make it shorter, you can just use a PL259 if you use an ICOM radio. If you use a mini UHF or Motorola, or maybe Kenwood PL259, all those things. Tate use BNC, old Tates, but for simplicity I left the FME, installed the adapter. Later they can use different radio with different adapter here. So that's kind of a quick review. Of course it took a couple of hours because you have to do it nice, especially when this is 2 steering wheel cabs and I have to install the microphone between the 2 steering wheels. Yeah, so it looks nice. I love it, and this is a nice driving environment. Is like a really well made truck compared to some other trucks. This is easy to work on, and it's all electric. It's cool. Yes, talk to you later. Bye bye.